solemnly swear to tell the truth. Brinda doesn't remember the first time we met, but I remember the first time we met. I was sitting at a Starbucks during med school with one of my friends and who knew Brinda a little bit. She came in her PJs essentially, because it was right across the street. And I noticed her, she was very pretty. And she said hello to my friend and they introduced me. I looked like a vagrant. I think I had a massive beard and I was also in my PJs. I was like, great, look at this girl's laid back. She was able to go out in her pajamas and hang out at Starbucks and things like that. And little did I know that is not the case. She's not a PJs girl, but that was the first sort of impression I had of her, which did change slightly once I realized that when we first went out, that was not the outfit that she chose, and I chose shorts and a t-shirt.
I was trying to get over his hammock that he put in the living room, and I fell over and screamed for him, and he was still sleeping. He tried to get out of bed to come rescue me, and he also fell over in the process and got so hurt that he actually passed out, and I'm laying over his body in pain, screaming his name, which is kind of embarrassing because I am an intensivist and should know how to respond to emergencies. And I'm checking his pulse and making sure he's okay. And we were both fine at the end of the day, but we were both sore and in pain, and it was not a good time.
It has been an adventure. It's just the planning of this, COVID, and we made it. We actually made it to the day, and we're both alive, and we're both moderately sane. That is the best we could ask for, and I'm so excited for this weekend and for our future and the continued adventure that we get to take together.
I love you so much. You are by far one of the most amazing human beings I've ever met. And no matter what happens on this journey and, in our life together, my wish for you is to always find joy within yourself and in your life. And I just hope to support you in everything that you do, no matter what comes our way. At the end of the day, regardless of where life takes us, what life brings to us, I do want you to find your happiness. And that means the most to me, that you conquer that part of your life.
First time when we met Brinda was at Ashish's graduation of medical school, and we saw her and she said Jai Shri Krishna. So I thought, oh, this girl is talking in Gujarati, and then I came to know that she was the one.
Yeah, I remember the part where we met. Our whole friend circle was at airport coming from New Jersey, and incidentally Brinda also was coming in the same flight. Her mother dropped her, and at that point all our friends' wives, their eyes were, who is this girl they are talking to, Geeta? They never knew that, and at that point they didn't want to announce. So every few minutes they will ask Geeta, who is this girl? Who is this girl? So that is the time when Brinda was so embraced at that time. Because everybody was watching her with keen eyes.
is very nice around Ashish, and I like that she makes him work, and she made him. He used to be really dirty and keep everything everywhere, and now he is quite putting everything in place. So Brinda taught him, and I like about that.
When I met him first time, I like him. I really like him because he's a very simple guy, and the way I was looking for my daughter, I seen everything on him. Like he has everything what I really looking for my daughter's husband. First time we met, we just went to pizza store, and I remember that Chicago pizza. And I was trying to pay, and before me, he already paid. When I turned on a 50, we went for Miami trip with Ashish, Brinda, my son, my daughter-in-law, my youngest daughter, my grandson. We make the sandwich, peanut butter sandwich. When we put the pizza pepper flake on her sandwich with the peanut butter. And that thing is still we remember because she doesn't know okay, we made it, and when she put it in her mouth and she's like, what the heck is that? So we always laugh on that. Second memory, like one time I was picking up the air condition and she's like, no mom, leave it, I'm gonna pick it up. Mom, leave it, I'm gonna pick it up. And then she tried to pick it up, she just like hold just a little bit and then it's so heavy. So whenever I pick up any heavy stuff, I remember that thing. Oh, Brinda was like making, she gonna pick it up and she couldn't pick it up. So whenever we pick up any heavy stuff, we just laugh.
My mom and I went to visit Brinda and she brought him with us to get lunch. I remember this. And Ashish was actually very quiet and he like barely did not talk, which is weird because that's not what he does now. Yeah, and he was just like, my mom was like shooting the typical like Indian questions at him, like, what kind of doctor do you want to be? Who's your family? What do they do? And then he's just like answering the questions, but nothing other than that. You know, honestly, their luck is just something special. They waited for residency to finish, then COVID hit, so now here we are. I just don't think they have the best of luck when it's coming to get married because it keeps getting delayed.
The socks, I hate the socks, but I do love seeing the socks all around. When they're not there, I know he hasn't been around, and that's kind of sad now because it just is very typical Ashish, and the socks on the living room floor is something that I kind of adore at this point.
first memories of them as a couple, actually I remember more of Brinda than I do Ashish. Because at that time I had just had Asha and Brinda was super sweet. That was just when they were boyfriend, girlfriend, and I was getting to know her. And Gautam was actually out of town and Brinda was like, oh, I'll come down, and help you and, just be there and give you support. And I was a new mom, so I was super appreciative. And it was very lovely. She did everything and helped me out, and she gave me company. And so it was nice because it was one of the first times that he was leaving. And so I at least had somebody there. So it was really a really nice memory for me because it was, she was kind of there when I didn't even realize that I needed somebody.
I like the way that she thought that, but I thought she was total suck up. Oh, look at you pandering to your new family, trying to fit into the crowd, coming over to help. You don't even know anything about us, but you're coming over to help. But then I didn't turn down free labor. So come on over, change some diapers, man. It's all good. Pop on in. It was great. I was like, how did Ashish score this? I'm like, why didn't she help out with my family? Really,
She is the most impressive, introspective, thoughtful person I think I've met. She will admit to herself and to everybody. She has her ups and her downs. She has times when she's frustrated and things like that, but she's always thinking about how she can be a better person to the people she cares about, to her patients. And then I've only briefly seen her work, but man, every time you talk to anybody about her and just seeing her trajectory in her career is really impressive. I feel lucky just to be able to live in that wake and just hear about it through her and her partners about how good of a doctor she is. Those are the two most impressive things. She's always trying to get better for other people, even at the cost at times of her happiness, and I think that's enviable for anybody.
So yeah, we hope that definitely they're happy just being together. I know they both think about their families a lot, and this is a really good time for them just think about themselves and really enjoy that moment. So in the near future, just think about yourself. Don't think about us.
Yeah, that's awesome. I just hope that as they grow together, they learn to love each other in different ways, because as your relationship evolves, we also kind of change in a bit, and also if there are other dynamics added. So learning how to navigate how we grow together and separately, I think that's something I hope they can do, and I know they will. Of course, happiness and health, and just knowing that family will always be there for them no matter what.
Try to make me fall, convince me it's true, and that is why you want me like you do. But you didn't even have to try, 'cause you can start a fire without a spark. Forget what I told you, forget all about that tonight. Just remember the flame, you remember the flame, alright. Forget what I told you, forget all about that tonight. the flame. You remember the flame. Alright. Maybe you will tell me what you're thinking, or maybe you will give me all the blame. But I'm moving on. I just have to make sure that you know. Would you be there for me if I'm flying straight into the sun? Blinded by the light I'm chasing, that has happened before. And maybe you don't know for sure, but you can start a fire without a spark. Forget what I told you, forget all about that tonight. Just remember the flame, you remember the flame. Alright. Forget what I told you, forget all about that tonight. Just remember the flame, you remember the flame. Alright. Forget what I told you, forget all about that tonight. Just remember the flame, you remember the flame. Alright. Forget what I told you, forget all about that tonight. Just remember the flame, you remember the flame. Alright.
thank you for coming and for helping us and setting this up. This means so much to us. I know that it's many years later than many people wanted, but we got here. And I know the last few months have been really hard for us in terms of work. So just everyone coming together this weekend and doing everything and just helping out means so much to us. This is perfect. Like, this is what I imagined, is just being with the closest people and the people I love and doing this. So thank you.
I'm very terrible at these types of things in general, but Brinda and I met 10 years ago in a Starbucks that I remember that she does not, and have been on a lot of different adventures through multiple different cities across the US and ending up in San Diego. I cannot think of a person who would be so willing to help me accomplish my personal goals, to the extent of allowing me to go to Cincinnati to a better fellowship than what was there and being supportive through the whole thing. And then she ended up bringing us to San Diego. Can't beat that. She is at times my biggest advocate for my terrible jokes. Most of the time I just get an eye roll, but it's probably more appropriate. But she's been my partner through this entire battle of 10 years of med school and a career and everything, and I can't think of anybody else I'd want to share the next 10, 15, 30, 60 years with.
Dear Ashish.
Oh God.
When I met you 10 years ago and we went on the group date, I just wanted to be invited to Garba. I did not imagine that this would lead to a marriage and the adventures that we've had. If I could go back and tell the Brinda that met you at 24, I would say thank you for being there and thank you for accepting me exactly how I am. There's nothing about me that you've ever changed or you've tried to change. And I know I'm not an easy person to be with, but you've just come along for the ride, and if you've completely accepted me for who I am, and I couldn't have asked for a better partner in my life. It took us a very long time to get to this day, and I think we both wanted to be sure, and I think we both wanted to accomplish our individual goals, and we did. And I'm so excited for us to now start this journey together. I know we'll be okay. I can't promise you a lifetime of happiness. I can promise you a lot of yelling and fighting and nagging and all of that stuff. But I will be there. I will be there every step of the way. The good and the bad, I will support you. And I just hope that we continue to accept each other for who we are. I love you.
I didn't make any speech because whatever is come for Brinda is just gonna come from my heart. I came like 28 years before from India, and we have so much up and down in my life, but Brinda is always with me no matter what happens. Sometimes I'm very mad at her or anything, she never still leave me alone. Whatever I'm here right now, I'm gonna just say, because of Brinda's support, I'm right here. Decide, yes, he's the one who is perfect for Brinda.
after so many years, he was still bullheaded. Then I thought, oh, I was praying God, if someone can tame this beast. And then finally I saw the dragon slayer.